Who's doing the intro? This is so
This is it, we're in.
God, we haven't done one for so long with the guests, and I'm just kind of like, whoa. Would you like to intro?
Sure.
Okay.
Welcome to the podcast. Episode,
I was looking that way.
don't know, 47, 46?
46, I think we are.
Episode something. Special guest tonight, Joel from Seventh Day Brewery in Brookvale. Got Joel in because we wanted to get Joel in. Well, we've got a big event coming up. We'll talk about it in a bit. But first we will sort of introduce you and get a bit of a background, I guess. Find out a bit about you. I have not fucking
No, that's okay.
I haven't read this.
I think we're just
I'm
kind
like,
of,
you know what the problem is? I don't have my fucking
got no
glasses.
Glasses.
And
Okay, well then let
look,
me,
So Claire might want to take over it.
I'll take over.
I'll do the intro, but I don't know what's happening.
Okay.
So,
We have Joel here from Seventh Day, and we've got you in just to talk about Brookie Fest, so what's been happening in this suburb. We've talked about, because we did a skate comp with you guys recently, which was awesome.
epic.
And also we've got a snow rail jam comp coming up in a couple of weeks.
Yeah,
should have known that.
Claire's all over it.
Yeah.
What a dumb slut.
Yeah, and I think we're just kind of all our fellow frothers. I've been coming to the shop since I was a
Pretty good.
very young dude, getting boards off you and all that kind of stuff. So to finally get to work with you guys is pretty cool. I'm definitely pretty chuffed about that. Yeah, what was the first question? Just about name?
Yeah, just your background.
Me, yeah, I've lived on the beaches my whole life, grew up in Cromer Heights, worked in corporate hospitality for a very long time, and always wanted to work small business in indie and maybe shift away from working in pokies. And I've been lucky enough to do that for the last 2 years at Seventh Day Brewery.
Yeah, that's it.
And Jesus, it's hard yakka working in a small business. It's really hard to make money, but it's all the more passionate to work for something that feels a bit more like you're
Real?
behind it and real, and there's not pokey money and bullshit behind it. So to work in a small business and get to do some community stuff and to throw a skate party, like I've been thinking about this for the last 20 odd years. So to get to host it, that was Neil, by the way,
Hell,
in the background.
that's it, dude. Just out with the lights. So, yeah. That moved a long way, just so you know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
going to just do this.
Did you, when you, like, I remember going into Seventh Day, I think you probably just started and it was kind of bland in there. It looks amazing now.
Yeah,
Is that all you?
Yeah, it is, because I'd always worked in corporate. I'd never really had the whole decor fit out imprint from my own fingers. So to get to do it, it took a little while for everyone to buy in, but I'm sure there's an ethical approach to how you fit out a business with secondhand and vintage and retro and all that kind of stuff. But I was just like, I just want people to come in and go, ah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It really does.
And people be a little bit like, you look around and you go, I'm kind of into this shit. You probably like the same music as me. You're probably into the same bands that I'm into.
You're going to get the vibe.
Yeah.
And doing it that way, because you're doing it like vintage and secondhand stuff, you always get a unique feel to it. So like, it's always rare things where you come in and you go, oh, I haven't seen one of them in ages. Or
For sure. And we kind of, the joke is like that Galleria approach where if a punter comes in every second week, there'll be something new where I go, oh, that wasn't there last time, or that was over there this time. And we're just, we're trying to tell a bit of a story via the decor, and we're trying to show a little bit of vulnerability about what we're into.
Yeah.
We're into fashion, we're into skateboarding,
That's
we're
cool.
into surfing, we're into this particular music, we're into vintage.
It's given a real feel. Like I walked in there, when we went for the meeting for the thing we're about to talk about, that was the first time I'd seen it in a while, because I missed the skate comp. I was in Japan. So I walked in, I was like, holy shit, this place is looking sick. I mean, I think there's a few of our old snowboards on the
Definitely.
wall and bits and pieces.
Yeah.
Other than that, I was like, whoa, you've done an amazing job, like with old retro skaties everywhere. It's super sick.
Yeah, and it's a bit,
It makes me feel like something
Yeah.
I'd want to go.
yeah,
today.
and it's a little bit arbitrary, and it for sure it's curated in its own way, but it's a lot of just going to charity shops and being like, oh, that's cool. I'm around that.
So you
Like,
enjoy that?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's the first time that I've ever got to implement something like that
Yeah,
into a business. And it's cool because, like you, I'm sure you're a massive hoarder, Claire, you're probably the same. Now I can facilitate my hoarding that's not in my garage or not at home. So I'm not getting in trouble with the missus.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. So you can buy shit and you can facilitate that, transaction. And you're like, but the boss doesn't need to know about it. It's all good.
It's funny, we were getting glare from a photo that was here, so I just found these lying around the building.
But
I didn't even know we had that.
so sick.
And that's super cool. So yeah, I don't know, there's so much shit in this building. It's been here forever. So we just
Have you done an episode on stickers before? Man, that could open a whole can of worms.
I've got boxes of stickers somewhere. Don't even want to think about it.
Else.
Don't even want to think about it.
We'll take it offline.
So the owner of Seventh Day is open to you just having free reign.
Yeah, they're a bunch of Curl school dads.
Yeah.
It's gone from a bigger group to a smaller group. Maybe the crew previously were a little bit more corporate visioned and they're like, oh, we can become the size of Filter or Young Henry's.
Yeah, well,
And when I've come in, I'm just, I think we need to actually be a bit smaller and we just need to make fucking money.
yeah.
Like, we have to make money, we have to be good to our staff, we have to put a good product forward. If we can do those three things, then I'll be super happy.
Yeah.
If it doesn't fit into that triangle, then we need to make some changes.
Yes.
So we've realized that we just need to be small. For sure, part of that is that I get to purchase stuff cheaply, but it's thought-provoking, I think, about what we're trying to buy to put into the business. Is it sustainable? Is it built better than the shit that is built now if you buy a new chair?
Yeah.
So we've tried to think about that, but it's also been a big cost cut from what the previous people have done. So, yeah.
How long has Seventh Day been around?
Seventh Day is in its 7th year now. I've been involved with the company for 2 years. The shitty name, everyone asks about it, and it is a good point of discussion when you meet people, is that it's nothing to do with religion.
Yeah.
It's what you do on your 7th day is you have a beer and you have a pizza and you go somewhere and you watch some music. Yeah, the Curl Dads, they probably should have done like a bit of a survey or...
It's a bad name.
Yeah, but maybe it works in our favor a little bit now because it's a talking point.
It's like, it's got past that.
Yeah.
Like everyone knows it's got nothing to do with the Adventists.
No, but whenever we go to an event, people are always like, but it's an opportunity to converse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as there's no tie-in to other than the 7th day. There's no religious tie-in. So you can see that. Oh, it's got a little bit of the...
Yeah, the halo. Yeah, and like the first designer,
the
artist, I should remember his name. I can't. He's a Berlin-based artist, and he had a skate brand called Extreme Jesus, and it's fucking sick. And everything you can think of, skating on the cross. And so he did all of these amazing images, and then the skate brand never came to fruition. And somehow Mike, the owner, crossed paths with this guy. And he's like, oh man, these artworks are epic. We've come up with this name called Seventh Day. It's kind of ironic.
Yeah.
Do we call Seventh Day this brand, and do we take all of your branding and imaging and implement that into Seventh Day Brewery?
Yeah,
And,
that happens.
yeah.
Wow.
It's a good backstory.
Yeah.
Super cool. So let's talk, before we get into the new event, let's talk about Brookie Fest and how it's evolving, and Brookvale in general. Like, I mean, I know it's not on here, but I kind of want to know, like, Brookie's changing, right?
Yeah.
I feel like you're...
Yeah, you should
leading the
talk,
change.
man. You're
Well,
you're the OG.
I've sat and watched it for, 20 years plus now, and I kind of, the change is sort of so positive. Even like there's this new Chalkies just
Sick.
opened next door. Like there's things happening all the time, and
Yes, getting that new name of Brookvale.
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
it's just kind of become like a place to be. And I mean, I don't know how retail fits in with that long term for us. Like retail's a different beast, but like so much going on. I feel like you're kind of leading that charge out there.
Thank you.
It feels
Yeah.
like you're the voice of it at the moment.
Yeah, I think there's an authenticity about me being from the beaches and being a little skate rat
Yeah.
in the northern beaches and spending so much time in Brookvale when I was a little kid, just skating around Brookvale. And then to get the opportunity to work in Brookvale and speak to a team of a body of people and try and influence them with what I think I've learnt around the traps in my years. And then maybe for the first time, it's just clicked and people have listened and they're like, oh, this
Is it
kind
all
of makes
to it?
ish. There's a few things like we had the opportunity. We got a grant as Seventh Day Brewery. We got a live music grant for $80,000, which was unbelievable. And we've just spearheaded this whole live music campaign around it.
Stage came from.
We've got a stage, we've paid
Yeah,
for speakers,
really
we've got
cool.
lighting, we've got sound bats, like, and it's just,
sick.
it's epic and it's totally revolutionized the business. And then off the back of that, there was a group grant. I should remember what it's called, but I can't remember what it's called. Anyway, for $200,000, the idea being collaboration works together, bring a group of like-minded people in the one footprint suburb together
Yeah.
and try and amplify the suburb. So you might be all like-minded businesses like hospitality, retail, blah, 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 blah. We put it all together. We scrambled it together. We wrote the grant ourselves. We put it in so last minute. We didn't even go to any of the courses that you're supposed to go to. And then lo and behold, 2 months later, we got the grant for $200,000.
Through New South Wales
Yeah.
state government?
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
Yeah. So from there, we could hire a coordinator who's been helping us do a bunch of stuff. But at the end of the day, she's been listening to us saying, this is what we want to do. And the ideology behind it has always been, let's bring more people to the suburb rather than the venue. If you get twice as many people to the suburb, every single venue will prosper.
Yeah.
So it will be irrelevant. But in saying that, every venue needs to put on something epic. Brookie Fest, when we ran Brookie Fest this year, as our second go at it, we thought we put together something fucking epic. And Claire brought so much more to the table this year because Borders Skate Shop was behind the skate party and it was polished and it wasn't. There's times when you can be shit and there's times when you have to be polished.
Yeah.
And this was one of those occasions. Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, that all spawned, like, how many times I've said it to you guys, like, as a little grom being at Stain, seeing everyone doing the Hosoi midriffs, like, that just is imprinted in my memory of, like,
Is it in mine?
and I just had this weird, like, fixation with all these sexy looking skater dudes. And I was like, I want to be this cool, you know what I mean? My tummy does not look like that, you know, I can't pull off a midriff. But it was all, that's so imprinted in me. And then to be able to host a party like that in Brookvale at my own venue,
Super cool.
it's fucking epic.
And you know what's cool? Like, to me, when I hear you say that, the thing that, like, why that spiraled over the years at the Stain was because of the corporate mentality,
Absolutely.
right? They couldn't fucking handle how crazy it
No, they're answerable. They're answerable to people who don't understand what cultural event you're putting
It's
on.
nuts, man. Like, we were packing that place out every year on year. How many years? 5 years? 6 years?
Amazing.
Around that?
Yeah.
And they were selling out of the sponsor beer.
Yeah, Corona.
Corona was sponsoring it. They'd sell it.
Absolutely.
And they kicked us out. They're like, no, fucking can't have you guys anymore. You guys are out of control. It's like, it's skateboarding. It's kind of meant.
It's supposed to be.
Why do you think this crowd's here?
Yeah.
They want to see something, the unpredictable thing happen.
And now more than ever, like, how on earth do you get people off the couch from Netflix? How do you get people to come into your shop and buy a skateboard and go to the skate park with their mum, and mum waits in the car and they're all sweaty and they busted their knee up? Like, we as creatives have to think every single day, what are we doing to get people out of the fucking house? It's harder than ever. It's never been
the hardest it's ever been. It'll get harder and harder. That community and culture are two things that can get them out. And that's what's happening in Brookvale.
Yeah.
I think so.
It feels like it. I mean, I know less people are spending less money, but if they can come to Brookvale and spend money and feel like they got good value, that's awesome.
There has to be that, like, if you've got $50 and you come down to Brookvale and you leave and you're like, oh my God, that was
good.
epic. I got to see some bands, I had a pizza, I had a couple of beers. Like, that was such a sick night.
Yeah.
I couldn't have done that at home. I'm so glad I spent that money.
Yeah.
That's our job.
And it's really interesting because, like, it's working really well between all the venues as well. Like,
Definitely.
it is such a collective and community thing where it's like it's not just one place or one brewery or one venue that people are like hyped on. It's the whole suburb.
Is that true?
Yeah, definitely. We're all a bit diverse and everyone offers something
very
different.
feel.
For sure. Like, all the venues are very different. We meet every Wednesday and we
Are they all doing okay?
From an observer, no, probably not.
Right.
No, I think the industry as a whole, probably the same as retail, is like super hard yakka.
Yep.
We come into work every single Monday and we just think on the short term, what can we do this week to be really good? shit like this, jumping in front of, like, not everyone likes to jump in front of the camera.
You
Like,
guys are doing
you
it well.
gotta do stuff to engage with your fan base and be like, literally down the barrel, fucking come to my work.
Are the girls good with like? You've got 2 girls there.
Yeah, they're about to leave and go overseas.
Yeah.
It's just the nature of the
And you've
beast.
just built up.
That's just the next one up. It's just the next. It's just that
You'll
whole
find-
next one up
you'll find a
mentality.
new one. I wouldn't
Yeah.
employ anyone who's not comfortable in front of the camera.
Yeah, it's funny that there's this whole.
So your
New world.
Yeah, it's a new world, right? And I've never done it before. Like, I've always thought I'm pretty confident in conversations, and now when we're in front of the camera, we're just like zero preparation. We're just like, that's the rule.
That's how I do it.
Is that
That's
right?
our rule. Zero
I'm like,
preparation.
Alf, we need to record this.
Yeah,
Let's go.
what is it? Zero preparation, 100% authenticity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Mate, we're 47 episodes, like hundreds of hours into this. I've literally never prepped.
yeah,
And even our little shorts and stuff, it's normally Claire going, hey, can you come and just say this in front of a camera?
I'm like, talk about this board. And you're like, what do you want me to say? I'm like, I don't care.
but maybe that's kind of the reverse of
That's
what
where the
AI
authenticity-
is. Yeah.
AI can't do that.
No.
AI can generate a script.
Yeah. AI, it's really interesting, actually. I saw something today that was AI generated. This is way off subject. I don't know who sent it to me, but someone asked AI
Oh, you sent it to me.
if you're like make a bedroom from a drug. So the drug was like cocaine and the bedroom was just white with bright lights everywhere. And like, that's fucking horrible. And then they had heroin. It was all like sick and like, it's like, that room's sick. And you're looking at the rooms, they're supposed to be mimicking the drug.
like,
And AI, like,
All
did
it
the
did was, like,
mushrooms, and all it did was put
heroin.
fucking mushrooms in a room.
Whoa, heroin! It did like an
cool.
opium den.
Bohemian
Essentially.
looking thing. I'll send it to
top
you.
of Nepal kind of.
Ketamine was like a black hole.
Yeah.
I gotta sit there to
What
it.
does AI mean to the local skate shop?
Nothing.
What it like? I
It
don't
means
know.
nothing. It means absolutely nothing. It means more kids spending too much time on their phones is what it really means. It doesn't have any benefit. There's no benefit to kids sitting. We've had this conversation today. There is no benefit to sitting in front of a phone doing this.
No.
And one of our staff said today, you see something, you go, oh, that looks sick, I should do it. And then you flick to the next thing and you forgot.
And you've
that
forgotten.
You're not going to get off your couch. You're not going to go do it. So, yeah, there's no upside to phones. And what does she refer to her phone as? I said, why? You've never got your phone. You never reply to my messages. You're really hard to get in touch with. She goes, I'm not going to treat my phone like a crying baby.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's really cool mindset.
You
to
got the
have.
nail on the head.
Yeah. And that, we need that. Like in Brookvale,
And that's very rare for
it's so rare for a
for a
20-year-old
Yeah.
to think like that. I don't want my phone to be a crying baby. I don't want it to be my priority in life. So this area needs to, so for it to thrive, and the reason Seventh Day stands out to me is the look. You walk in and there's a feel. Like, I mean, at the end of the day, you're getting beer at every brewery.
Yeah, that's right.
They're all the same. I mean, the beers are different, but they're all the same. They're selling the same thing. So
Yeah.
you've got to stand out from the crowd. And yours compared to Freshie across the road, compared to Dad and Dad, they've all got a really different
That's right.
feel.
Yeah. But that's something that came out of Brookie Fest, and Claire and I said at the end of the day, she was kind of just beaming. And it's just like a feeling you have in your tummy, and you can't put that into an Excel spreadsheet, and you can't like, you can't, it's not tangible, but you're like, something clicked today. We got something out of today, and people leave and
Yeah.
they go away.
It's that the hype and the stoke from the other people. Like
Yeah,
people come up to you and goes, "Fuck, today was
Hey, what's that,
awesome. This was sick. Oh, this is so good." And like you just feel that it's the community and it's the hype and everyone being like super stoked on what they're getting to be involved in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it feels really good to be able to facilitate that.
I could feel it from I was in Japan in the middle of nowhere. I was watching the stories as they were happening, and from both the feeds, like your feed and Seventh Day feed, our feed and Seventh Day feed. And I was like, man, this feels like the state. It's got that.
Yeah. It's got that
standards
energy.
that everyone's going to be so pumped about today.
Yeah.
And I'm sort of sitting there going, someone needs to move those kids back. I'm like, oh,
Being a local too.
and I'm
Or
like,
two.
some messaging, I'm going, move.
She never contacted me.
It's hard, hey? Like, but that, you could feel it. It felt like everyone's going to be stoked about today.
Yeah, and we need to commit to do more theatre, more shit like that.
And
Yeah.
it's hard to
And
Yeah.
replicate, but it can be done.
but the other good thing that like with Seventh Day and us working together is like the ramp that we put in was awesome and like
Epic.
made the day too. And like
100%.
that was
Good
one,
decision, Claire.
and that was one of the downfalls of like
I would
staying
hope that-
too,
yeah.
is where they've
That's it, yeah.
hired a skinny, tiny little ramp that no one could skate. So they didn't put skating at the front
was-
foot and like didn't prioritize it. Whereas like you were like, no, I want this to be a good skate party. Let's
Yeah.
do it.
That shitty little ramp was the death of the whole thing, right? Because the boys climbed up on the roof.
That's right,
pulled
man.
the surfboards.
Yeah. And then
And
try
we're
to
like,
drop
fuck
it.
it, we'll do something else.
Let's
Because you
acid drop.
can't skate that thing.
Mm.
But if the skate ramp's sit, you don't
Yeah.
have
They're
that problem.
entertained for hours.
Yeah,
and
the
they're-
destruction doesn't come in.
Which is the interest for Snow Jam because I've never snowboarded or skied in my whole life.
Yeah, so on to this thing, right? This is the next one,
yeah.
which we have got together. The 3 main parties were Borders, Modest, and Seventh Day.
Yeah. And this is like,
This is a bit out of our world too, to be honest. Like, I'm
I've-
not going to lie, we've never done a snow jam.
but this is Pete's world.
This is Pete. Pete hates
Yeah.
being in front of the camera.
Yeah.
He's done one of these.
Oh, is
An
he?
episode.
Oh, I'm going to go back and watch this.
His story, his like whole life story, but he hopefully nails it because fucking
will.
hell.
No pressure,
He
Pete. That's it. We wiped our hands clean
It's all
of
on
it.
him. We're like, oh, we've done the
But
straight one.
again, like the skate where I was focused on the ramp, Pete is going to be focused on the obstacle. He's going to
Fair.
make sure that is really good so that all of his riders have something good to try.
So we
And-
better tell everyone what the fuck's going on.
yeah.
You want to go? You want me to go?
Saturday, May 24th, you go.
Saturday, May 24th, down the barrel.
Brilliant.
Rookie
Well,
Snow
no.
Jam is the next thing that we're doing. We've stolen the Brookie Fest skate idea and realised that the car park is just an epic place to party. So we're doing it again with a different medium, which is snowboarding.
And it's the weekend before the season opens as well. So
hopefully
yeah,
months and
so
kids
kind of a
and-
welcome to winter sort
Yeah.
of party.
same kind of deal. We're going to try and do a whole day of festival-like activities. We've got a band starting at 2 o'clock, and then after the band, which is Astrovan, and then after the band, DJ Crazy Joel, Naked Joel, not me, another guy. Do you know Naked Joel? Oh my God, you will like him. He's the fucking craziest guy you ever meet. He's got a PA hire company, and he's a geezer, and he's just the craziest guy you'll ever meet.
Yeah, I know.
And he should have Instagram or socials because he has the most,
I know
or write a book or something. He has the most amazing stories, and he's a great DJ. And then with that happening will be the live snow rail jam,
Real snow.
which we're learning how that's going to work with real snow.
Real nice, anyway.
Real
Correct.
nice.
We're building a roll-in ramp,
Yep.
some kind of massive PVC pipe,
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah. So that's what it's going to be.
Yep.
Yeah, we believe.
And then we roll into the night with a band called Crisp, and then a really sick band called Camino Gold, which are kind of Sticky Fingers-esque, doing really well in the Sydney scene.
Cool.
Should be
Yeah.
a sick night.
Should be good.
Yeah.
So everyone should come. Everyone listening to this, tell your
Do you know what
friends.
I love?
Mm.
The
How did I miss out on this?
yeah, the crazy haircuts.
So this has
Spin
been
the wheel.
sitting in the tank for a while. I've been waiting for a party to roll it out, and I've also been growing my hair
Yes.
for this. How about you? You've been growing your hair for it, Claire? We're going to do spin the wheel haircuts. So a lady named Barbara Malos, who is a customer of ours, comes in and gets pizza every week. We'd spoken about it a couple times, and then we just put it in the bank and we're like, let's wait for a sick party. So the idea will be you spin the wheel, whatever it lands on, bowl cut. Maybe you get 2 goes. We're still trying to figure it out. You know, like it's maybe a mullet and then you get the haircut. And then if you want it fixed up, you've got to pay for a haircut, and that money goes to charity, who are going to figure out who that charity is. But the idea will be, it's the week before ski season. It's coming up to school holidays. All kids are going to want to get stupid haircuts.
Yeah.
And, you know, we get to photo it and put it into all of our Instagram reels and that stuff.
There's going to be some bad hair.
So I just hope some people get around it, because I know the skate industry of Groms are just all over this
I
kind
know.
of shit.
I
They
I
love
know
it.
one person needs
Oh, yeah, them hesitate. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. Like, we got a pretty good turnout last year. We did a Welcome to Winter thing, and we had a fairly decent turnout.
Sick.
So this is more like interactive.
Yeah, this
So-
is more like a whole day festival kind of
Yeah.
vibe, which is sick.
So if you came to our thing last year, this is like the same on steroids. You know what we should do again? That fucking... That's too hard. I don't want to do it.
Tattoo.
No, we did a binding thing. Like we
Oh yeah, you were talking about
gave
this.
away a snowboard, but
Yeah. Fastest bind.
fastest person to put a set of bindings on a board. It's hard. It's actually really hard. People struggle because there's 8 screws. Shit can go.
It's
everywhere.
harder than a skateboard.
Oh, yeah, way.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's faster, 1,000 times faster, but it's hard to not have shit fly everywhere. It's quite funny. The guy who won dropped a screw and still won.
Oh yeah, you
So
told me that.
recovered. Like full recovery, like fast and screwed it in. But yeah, we might come up with something like that. We'll work it out. We've got time.
Yeah, what do we got?
Yeah.
3 weeks.
Yeah, Borders, we're hoping that we're going to have our full new hoodie range ready.
Sick.
We'll have
Yeah.
some cool merch to sell too.
And teas and all that kind of stuff.
And we're working on one hoodie that just says Brookie on it.
Sick.
It's kind of cool. So, Neil's idea. Dodgy.
I've got an idea for you, Neil. We should do a beer this year. We keep talking about it. Let's do a custom beer.
Custom
Yeah.
beer.
So we have somehow, last year we had Nat Welsh from Volcom do our limited edition range. And then the year before that's Emlon, who is a local Brookie legend that is Farking Lager that we did for the King's inauguration, which is a bit of a piss up at Charles.
Piss take.
And then somehow this year,
Bit of a
piss up, piss take.
Yeah.
Somehow this year we got a bloke named David Williams, who was the editor-in-chief for Mad Magazine Australia for 30 years,
Really?
to be our can designer. So another one that I've kind of saved in my head, I think we should do a beer with borders called Kirby, like a curb junkie.
Kirby with the
Yeah,
snake.
Kirby, you know, he's Kirby's whatever he drinks.
Yeah, there's some cool ideas going around. These cans are sick.
Yeah, we're
That's
super
really
happy
cool.
with that.
I like this one too.
Yeah,
They're good looking cans.
this is the 3.5%. It's kind of the beer you have in the car on the way to the surf. That's what I do.
It should be fun. Like, so if you've got nothing on the 24th of May, or if you have got something on,
Cancel it.
because this will be better.
Everyone's welcome. Dogs, kids,
Yeah.
parents,
There'll be
adults.
heaps of giveaways. I know Pete's going to give away some stuff. We'll give away a bunch of stuff. Joyride Snowboard's going to give away some stuff. So there's a bunch going on. Should be really cool. Should be a fun night.
Yeah, heaps
Day-
happening all
Day
day
and
long.
night.
Yeah.
I got to work, so I won't be there
You'll be
till
there at
5. Sucks. I always have to
You
work.
have to clean up after everyone.
Yeah.
Fuck that. I'm not cleaning up shit. But yeah, it'll be unreal. So it's going to be fun. Yeah. Anything else you want to promote while you're here?
No, that's me.
That should be really cool. And
Thanks for the ongoing relationship.
yeah,
Stoked to finally be working together.
and keep supporting Brookvale. Like everybody needs to get out there and spend their money locally. Stay out of Manly. Come to Brookvale. It's way cooler vibe. It's got less sort of man town vibes. No aggro. It's real fucking cool around here at night. So guys like Joel, everyone's putting their heart and soul into this place. So if you've got nothing to do on the weekends or even on the weekdays, come to Brookie. It's getting better and better.
Sick.
Check it out.
How's that for a plug?
Yeah.
Thanks so much. See you guys next week.
Awesome.
Peace.
See ya. Thank you.